So today we're going to be talking about how to get good at anything. Okay, especially just looking at one specific way or method of becoming good at pretty much anything that is a skill in my mind can be learned using this strategy, or this is one of the strategies you can implement in terms of learning whatever it is that you need to learn, or becoming better at whatever it is you want to become good at. It works pretty well with stuff like programming. So that's why I'm a big advocate for it, right? And the skill is it's not, is it a skill? Yeah, it's a process, right? So there's a process in investments, right, called the dollar cost averaging. So with dollar cost averaging, what happens is an investor would actually invest a specific set amount of money over a long period of time. Like maybe every month they'd put in maybe 100,000 or anything like that. And then it's been proven that over a long period of time, people that tend to do that, or investors that tend to do that, actually end up getting good results, well, with their investments, right? So what we want to do is do something similar, but with our time and effort. Meaning, whatever it is that you need to learn, or do whatever it is that you want to improve, you actually invest a specific amount of time and effort on a regular basis. You see this a lot in training or working out or bodybuilding or anything like that, where a person would pretty much just go to the gym for a specified amount of time every weekday, or some every day, or for some people, or every day except Sunday or anything like that, right? So yeah, it's a simple idea. There's nothing fancy to it. You just pick a time that you're gonna be using to invest in your specific skill set. The important bit is, another important bit is, it's not just about the time. So the time is just the calendar part of it, right? Another part of it is the energy. Whatever it is that you want to be good at, you need to make sure that you have the time for it, and also that you are practicing or you are implementing that skill at a time where you have the energy for it. So that's very, very important, right? So if you're a morning person, so now it means that this specific skill that you want to get good at, you need to be actually just, I don't know, doing it in the morning with that, because for you that's where you have the most energy. If you know that you have the most energy at, I don't know, 11 a.m., then make the time, block off your calendar and say, okay, at 11 a.m. this is what I'm going to be doing for this. This is when I'm going to be practicing, or this is when I'm going to be implementing this specific skill that I want to get good in, right? So prioritizing also comes into play, because you are always going to have multiple things that you need to be doing, and then from the things that you need to be doing, you prioritize not just your time but also your energy, and then you pretty much just block off time to work on whatever it is that you need to work on. But then again, yeah, it's not anything hectic. It's something simple. Block off the time to practice whatever it is that you need to practice, and make sure that when you are actually practicing this thing, that you have the energy for it, right? That's very important. So that's very important. And also, just on a side note, another thing to actually take note of is that another thing that you're gonna another thing that you're gonna need to worry about is ensuring that you don't have any distractions, or you minimize or decrease the amount of distractions that you can have when it is time for you to do the thing that you need to do. For instance, if it's gonna be studying, then make sure that at that time your phone is away from you, or you aren't, I don't know, sitting at a nightclub or anything like that. So you don't want to deal with distractions at the time you should be implementing or practicing your skill or skill idea, or implementing anything. Stuff like the TV, switch it off or go away from it. Like being around too many people, right? So depending on what it is that you need to do, most of the time you're going to need to be alone, or you're going to be in some type of, you're going to need to be in some type of isolation in order for you to be able to practice this specific skill. So yeah, again, so now it's three things: it's the time, it's the energy, it's the removal or the decreasing of distractions, and lastly, your environment, right? So now you have Okay, but your environment does tie in with working with distractions or minimizing distractions. Your environment has to be conducive for whatever it is that you need to be doing, right? It is better to study at a library than it is to study, I don't know, maybe at a gaming center or at the movies or anything like that, right? So if the more conducive the environment is to whatever it is that you want to do, the better, right? If you want to train, it's actually better to train at the gym than to train alone, because just the environment itself is designed to motivate you to do it. There's weights, there's treadmills, and most importantly, there in that context, there are people who are also training. So that by itself is also going to motivate you to train. So yeah, again, it's four things now. What? It's the time. It's make sure you have the time, you have the energy, you have the time, you have the energy. The environment is conducive to whatever it is that you want to do or achieve or learn, and also you have to deal with distractions. All right, and with distractions, ideally you deal with them up front. Right, if you know you're going to be studying something at some time, then don't even have your phone there, or switch it off, or leave it in the car or in the bag, or throw it, I don't know, leave it in a different room or anything like that. If you're gonna be going to the gym, passing by a bar or a tavern or anything like that before you hit the gym is never a good idea. So don't even go there. Don't even pass by it if you have issues with alcohol or anything similar to that, right? Yeah, I can go on and on about this, but that's the main idea for today, right? Is to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Make sure you make the time for it, as in block off time on your calendar on a regular basis. Make sure that you do it in an environment that is conducive to whatever it is that you want to achieve or want to achieve or want to do in that specific time. Deal with distractions up front. Just avoid them as much as possible, or minimize as many of them as possible. And what else am I forgetting? There were four things: time, energy, distractions, and the environment. Yeah, the environment is also important. Ensure that the environment that you're in is actually conducive for whatever it is that you are going to be trying to get better at. And that's the video for today, guys. I just wanted to share that bit. I just want to share that bit. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.